Hey, so something that we get asked a bit is what is the cost benefits of using myCRMSIM? So we've obviously got the benefits of there's no A2P registration, you don't have to go through all the bundles, there's none of the other issues with your accounts getting monitored and taken out for certain keywords, which can shut people's accounts down. So there's all those other kind of benefits, but what's the cost? Like, is it worth it financially? Like, will I save any money? So what we've done is we've gone through and we've broken down all the numbers for you in as fairly as we possibly can to compare myCRMSIM to Twilio and the costs that they have on their pages. So in order to do that, we'll have a look here. So you'll need a few things. So you need a plan for myCRMSIM. Now the maximum that will cost you, depending which one of our plans you're on, the max it will cost you is $10 per sub account. The minimum, it could be $1, or it could actually be even lower if you're one of our unlimited accounts. It could be even less than $1, depending on how many sub accounts you've got. But we'll say it's $10 to $1. You will need a SIM card to run your SMSs through. They're around about $10 for an unlimited SMS card. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, but let's say $10. You'll need a phone. A phone costs you somewhere around $100 to $150 to purchase a phone. So we're just going to say that a phone will cost you about $10 per month, because obviously we're just trying to work out the monthly cost here. So the maximum that's going to cost you to run myCRMSIM is $30 per month per sub account. Could be as low as $21, but we're going to use this number here, $30. So if we say the total SMSs that are sent in 30 days, looking at kind of a fairly regular but active account, if there was one message sent every minute for 10 hours per day, you're going to end up with 18,000 messages over a course of a month. So if you've got an AI bot going on, chats going back and forth, it's perfectly feasible that you could use that number of SMSs. So 18,000 per month. And if we look at the cost for 18,000 SMSs per month at $30, it works out to be, it's a little bit over 1/10 of a cent. Okay, so very cheap, just about 1/10 of a cent per month, a bit over per SMS that it's going to cost you when you add up the total costs, number of SMSs that you could reasonably send, about 1/10 of a cent. Now, these numbers here, the cost per SMS, and that's all from the Twilio website and their pricing as of that date there. So if we look at the US, it's just under a cent, so it's 0.008 of a cent to send one SMS. And what we haven't counted here, because we're trying to be as fair as possible, is there are line costs as well. So you have to pay a line cost in most countries. I do know in Australia it's around about $6 a month, and then that would come out of obviously the fees that you're paying, which would give you less money to spend on SMSs. But we're just going to work this out on a per SMS basis for that same $30. So in the US, for $30 a month just on that SMS, you'd be able to send 3,797 SMSs. Now, the additional number of SMSs you'd be able to send with myCRMSIM for that same $30, given you can send 18,000 here, you'd be able to send 14,203 more. So that's roughly 4 or 5 times the amount of SMSs that you could send with myCRMSIM for the same $30 you would pay with Twilio. The Twilio fee for sending 18,000 SMSs is going to cost you $142. So the actual saving with myCRMSIM is $112 a month for that account. Those numbers get significantly more when you look at countries like Australia, where we are, and the cost of SMSing is significantly higher. So it's about 5 cents an SMS in Australia. So for that 5 cents, for 5 cents, you get to send 583 SMSs for your $30. So using myCRMSIM, we can send 17,417 more SMSs per month. So your Twilio fee, if you were to send that many in Australia, would be $927. So with myCRMSIM, you end up with a saving of $897 there. That's pretty much the same for the UK because they're 4 cents. So you end up with a saving of about $720. Similar numbers of SMSs that you can send. India, which is more expensive again, 8 cents. So you can only send 360 odd messages in India for $30. So you would end up saving nearly $1,500 in India if you wanted to send that same kind of volume. Canada, very, very similar, or sorry, exactly the same numbers as America, so obviously similar savings across the board there. Brazil, similar to the UK, a bit more expensive, so good savings to be made there. France and Germany, again, similar numbers here, but pretty good savings, $1,400, $1,600 that you could potentially save in those countries as well. Japan, similar again, pretty big savings. And then that doesn't even count. There's obviously many countries where you can't even use lead connectors. So you can't purchase numbers to use with lead connector or Twilio. So New Zealand being one. So obviously if you can't even send SMSs, I mean, the savings can't be calculated. But you can see here, there's obviously very big savings to be made on top of the benefits of instant registration, no ATP, A2P, no getting your accounts flagged and taken down if you use a wrong word, and also being able to use it in any country globally where you can purchase an Android phone and a SIM. So hopefully that makes sense, and we will look forward to seeing you on the inside.